Welcome, Spurs TV, right? Good
Welcome,
evening,
people.
all of you. Yeah, good evening, all you guys in Asia. All right, good afternoon, all you guys in Europe, and of course, the United Kingdom, and especially London, right, and Scotland, and of course, all you guys in the Americas, right, North and South, and especially in Canada, and of course, if Tiago hops on, Brazil. I guess, guys, the old guys are left alone, right? Early in the mornings, the young guys are working, so just left us all the old guys.
I'm actually the youngest one for a change. It makes it.
Oh no! I'm the youngest.
How old are you, sir?
I'm 54.
Oh, okay, you're the youngest.
Yeah,
I'm the baby here. I'm the
baby.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, your introduction, Eugene, was like someone doing, we're asked to make a dedication on the radio. It always finishes at and everybody else who knows me. And it's like everybody in the world. I'm trying to think if there's no one in Antarctica listening, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, AP's on tour. Thanks, Nick.
Yeah, Nick. Hi, Nick.
Of course. Going out, sir.
Yeah. And of course, let's say a big up to Mark Swift, Alexander Hilton, Steak Song, right? Alexander Hilton. Of course, we got Nick, Barry, Sean, insert name here.
Whatever his name is.
Yeah, whatever his name is today. But guys, I guess we're all still very happy about Saturday. We're all still very elated about Saturday. So I guess tonight will be the real test, right? After all that highs that we've been going through, and of course all the lows that we've been going through before that game, right? Being a Spurs fan, I'm sure we, as the the more senior fans, right? We've been through it, the ups and downs, the roller coaster ride, right, and the downs and downs and downs and downs.
Yeah.
But the result was good, right? And to tell the truth, I saw a lot of intelligence in our team, during the MCT match. The intelligence was there. At least the brains were there back again a bit, not like during the Southampton and the Wolverhampton match, right? It was like, what happened to the brains? They just lost it. They didn't bring it. They just left it in the locker room. But at least during the MCT match, we did bring some brains back. And I was going through some of the highlights and all that. And it was like, the new guys, they do show intelligence.
Yeah.
The two new guys, Bentancur and Kulu, they showed intelligence, especially the first goal, right? Where Kulu just put the ball in between the legs of the defender when he split his leg, right? So that shows intelligence. And that makes me very happy, because all this while I've been saying, why you got stupid players? Why do we have such stupid players, right?
It was such a different performance.
Yeah, it was different, very different performance. And everyone was saying it was a 5-4-1, 3-5-2, but what I saw, it was a 7-3. It was just a simple 7-3. We had 7 people at the back. If we didn't have the ball and we had the ball, right, that's when we changed, right?
Yeah.
So it was a 7-3 to me, right? So but it worked, right? We kept City at bay. But tonight it's a totally different ball game, right? We're going to Burnley, right? And I think a lot of people are expecting Burnley to sit back, but I got a funny feeling. I don't think so. Yeah, Alan, you're correct. I got a funny feeling Burnley is not going to sit back this time, right? Burnley's not going to sit back. Yeah. Big up to Cody. Yeah, good morning. Cody is, I think, preparing to go to work, or he's already at work, right? And of course, it's going to be a 7:30 kickoff.
7:30 UK. Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess it's going to be cold and wet again.
Windy.
Right? Windy, all right. Remember I said, right, the weather in Manchester was going to rain, right? We will have a better chance if it didn't rain, and I guess we did take the chance, right? It didn't rain and we won, right? And I think Burnley's game, I don't think Burnley's going to sit back, because Burnley has acquired some real good players during the transfer window. Of course, Weghorst is there, right? That should be their target man. And this gives me a bit of worry, because when we played M-City keep crossing the ball in. They didn't have a target man, right? Our defenders handled it very well. But now with Weghorst there, I got a funny feeling that our defense this time will be really tested. But if they do come at us, right, we have the chance of counter-attacking, right? Let's get to Alan. Alan?
Well, at the end of the day, one thing I noticed about Man City was when when the players were out wide, we seemed to close them down a lot quicker than we were doing against Wolves and Southampton. We wasn't letting the balls come in as quick. And when they were putting them in, they weren't that accurate. So I think what we need to do is tonight, one, not give any silly free kicks around the area because of Wiggles. And we need to, yet again, close them down quickly. Don't let them get them crosses in. Because to be honest with you, they've only got the one target man really in the middle, haven't they?
Yeah.
I mean, corners and could be a problem because they've got a couple that Brownhill can deliver a nice ball. So that could be a problem. But we passed. Don't ask me how, but I was trembling about playing Man City because if we couldn't pass around the press against Southampton and Wolves, I'm thinking, how are we going to do it against the best team in the league? And yet, do you know what? We passed it beautifully out,
didn't we? Yeah.
A couple of times we lost it in midfield a bit quickly, but compared to Southampton and Wolves, we sort of like retained the ball a lot better.
Yeah. What was interesting, I thought, I looked because everyone's watched the highlights. You know, we get beaten, you can't bear to watch it again, but there's a number of highlights, bits on YouTube and what have you. It's worth a panel and people watching. If you look at I think I put something on one of Cody's tweets this morning, that if you look at the move, the one that Kane actually missed, the goalkeeper saved, that move from the back.
I'll see you in 5, boys. I'm just going to.
Oh, look at this.
Hot dogs.
The move from the back was absolutely stunning. Of one pass football all the way into Kane. In fact, Kane took 2 touches. If Kane hadn't taken 2 touches, he might well have scored. It was a wonderful move. It would have been one of the goals of the season if he'd have scored it.
That's true. And before we go on to Arthur, right, I need to say a big shout out to Mark Cousins. Mark Cousins is there, right? And of course, who else do we have? Okay, there's still the same people around, right? Arthur.
Does she do delivery?
Right. Well, I'm still effervescent and bubbling over the result, and I'm looking forward to tonight. But they are a different kettle of fish. But what most pleased me was that Spurs actually gave those watching an abject lesson in how to counter-attack. It was absolutely superb. And they didn't just do it once. They did it on several occasions. I mean, Kane himself could have had, 3, 4 goals?
Yeah.
One was disallowed. Another one, another one that was ruled offside or whatever it was. So, in my opinion, I think we played some of the best football I've seen for quite a while. Yeah. And I'm sure, and I am also imploring the Lord above to watch over us and to say that Conte has done his homework for tonight, because tonight's a different kettle of fish.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's why I'm saying, like, tonight is the night that usually we miss our creative side, right? The side that we can actually create, because against a team like M City, right? We actually did sit back, right? We did actually play in the end of the day like 7 at the back, right? And just the 3 up front. And whenever they had the ball, we sometimes turned up to be 9 at the back. We just Kane standing there waiting for the ball to get to him, right? So tonight, if Burnley does sit back like what Southampton did, and what most of, actually, I don't even talk about the Wolves game. Wolves game, we didn't turn up at all. Right, I think they just left everything. The players, I think, body and soul wasn't there. Right, they were just like zombies running around during the Wolves game. Apart from the second half, that we tried harder, so we put in a bit more work to it. But like now, what Alexander Hilton is saying, right? Burnley are not M City, and the players like Peters are not Cancelo level and crossing the ball to Wilcox, and he isn't even good at hitting. Right, but the problem is that our defense. Right, we were tested quite severely by M City, but the thing is that M City did miss an out and out number 9 to actually finish off the balls that were coming in, right? And to me, is that that game, right, it was something like Kane sticking up a finger to MCT, showing that you valued me at 75 million pounds. Yeah, stick it up there, right? Yeah, you can stick it up there wherever you want to stick it. But the thing is that that is totally disrespect, right? That's why a lot of the other pundits, even from all the other news agencies and all that, they were saying this is that if they didn't buy Grealish and they did put up the 150 million or 200 million pounds to get Kane, right? MCT would be far away now, right? With the strikers, with the Kane's ability and all that. But it is what it is. Kane is still here, and we have Conte now. So now the thing is that it comes down to the sense of whether we have the creative spark to be able to overcome a team like Burnley. Burnley is going to get stuck in, for very sure. Their tackles are going to be rough and hard, for very sure. But we've done well there before, haven't we? We've beaten them 5-0 there before, if I'm not mistaken. Right? That was the year when Son did his superb run from midfield all the way and he scored a goal. Was it at home or at Burnley, at Turf Moor?
I don't remember that one, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I'm trying to. But guys, hold on, right? Let me bring on a special.
It was a home match. That was a home match. Yes, it was. It was home match.
Home match?
Yeah, you're right.
Where we beat.
That was at home. Goal of the season 2 seasons ago.
Okay, it was a home match. Okay, right. So unless we can show the kind of form, right? But before that, let me bring on a special guest. Hi, Guguma.
Guguma.
How you doing?
Hiya.
Yeah, Guguma. I guess you're still very happy with the MCT result, right?
I'm still happy.
Yeah, we all are still happy, right? We're all still happy. But of course, tonight, like we have been saying, right? Tonight is the actual test, right? To see how far we can go, right? And let's hope that we still perform to the standard that was produced during the MCT match, correct?
Yes.
So, on your feelings, right, for tonight, right? Do you think that we should play with the same team, or do you think we should make some changes?
I think we should make some changes just to give some players rest. But I have a feeling, I think I heard that Burnley is very good at defense, but for some reason, I have a feeling they're going to come very strong at us and be very aggressive. So I think we should just watch out for that. But yes, I think we could switch it up a bit.
Right. So, like what Alan and I have been saying, we are looking at actually what Burnley's going to do. Burnley will try to come at us, right, and not sit back and just absorb the pressure. And if Burnley do that, that more or less will fall into Conte's hand, right? Conte will have that counter-attacking scenario again, but it depends on how far forward the Burnley team goes up, right? It's not the same like what happened during the MCT game. The MCT game, right? MCT was practically parked on our side of the field. That's how I saw it when they had the ball, right? I mean, Ian.
Yeah, I mean, what worries me a little bit with Conte was he knows Pep. He knows Pep's game. And there is a way to set up with against Pep's teams, and this is either 5-4-1 or 4-5-1, making sure you've got the wings covered and no space between the midfield and the defense. Because I mean, I can remember from the Barcelona team, Iniesta, Messi, and Xavi in those spaces to destroy you, and similarly. Oh God, yeah, Mark. We'll come on to that, but so he had them well sussed, and I think I saw one of the analyses where they push their fullbacks a long way forward, so there's a lot of space in behind them, and Kane was constantly coming deep and playing those balls out to Son or to Royal or to Decky, and it worked an absolute treat. he doesn't know Wolves' game so well because they've got a new manager, and Southampton, I just think we totally underestimated. He should know Dyche's game and the way Dyche will set up. So hopefully, there will be no surprises. I think Southampton shocked us, and Wolves. Well, a lot of the Wolves thing was down to 2 individual errors by Lloris. You're 2 down in 20 minutes against a side that's got the best defensive record away from home in the league. You're in serious trouble. Hi, Kim. By the way, lovely to see you again.
Okay.
I don't even know what your question was, Eugene. I'm just talking, but
I can't even remember what I asked you.
Yeah, yeah. I was going to. Yeah, I mean, you asked Gaguma about the team, and I gather Winks is going to play instead of Bentancur. That's what I've read. Whether he'll change up Doherty for Emerson, I don't know. But Emerson, having been utterly atrocious against Wolves, was excellent, I thought. I mean, he absolutely put his body on the line. And, of course, when you've got a player like Romero alongside you, it makes it so much easier. And I think it was on your channel maybe last Sunday week, Eugene, I said about you can get away with the odd player having a bad game. But with no Romero there and no Dyer there, with Sanchez and Emerson both having poor games alongside each other and no one there to compensate was going to be very difficult. Whereas Romero is just a colossus on that right side. He's got a bit of growing up to do, but he's a colossus and he really reads and understands the game well. Dyer has them well organised. And I think players like Emerson, who are still very young, really gain from that. So, yeah, Alan's saying I think Royal is better next to Romero. I would go with that. I absolutely would go with that. Yeah, but Cody's saying I'm just following on the chat there about matching the physicality. That you always have to match a team like Burnley's physicality, because if you do that, you'll beat them because you're better than them. But funny thing is, we all talk about that wonderful Son goal, which you were talking about it, Eugene, where he ran the length of the field. If I was Sean Dyche, I would have gone mad that someone didn't take him out and take a yellow for the team. He went past a lot of tackles too easily. So unlike a Burnley side, but we got the goal.
No, I think during that game they really were beaten. You get what I'm saying? I think by the time Son scored that goal, they were really 3-0 down or something.
Yeah,
so
maybe
I guess,
that's right.
Yeah. So I don't think they will want to take a risk of not just the yellow card. They might even get a red card for that. So, but this is totally a different game, right? This is at Turf Moor, right? And the Burnley fans will be on the side of the home team, right? And the physicality will come in. And I do see that things are going to be rough. But Arthur, your thoughts on Dyer being back?
My thoughts, and being perfectly honest, I thought, I've been a critic of his in the past, and I'll admit it here live that I have been a critic. But he was a colossus in the game against City, and he was one of those guys that City just couldn't get past. And I also like. I also like the way he organises the back line. You can see him giving instructions, etc. And when he's got Romero with him and players of that ilk, then he solidifies that back line and makes it virtually impossible for them to get past him. And if you notice, their goals didn't come via him or past him. They were working it on the flanks more. He was, my opinion on Dyer, I thought he was a colossus. And I'll give him 10 out of 10 for that game.
I agree with Arthur on that. I mean, I think one of the things I notice when Dyer plays is the players around him play better. Whether it's Davis, whether it's Romero, whether it's Sanchez, they all seem to to step up a bit when Dyer is there, and it's like the sum of the total is bigger than the sum of the component parts.
Yeah.
And I think Dyer has become one of the first names, and I know people on some of the groups say, oh, they want Dyer out. I don't think there's a cat in hell's chance of Conte losing Dyer. I think maybe someone else to play on that left side, maybe a replacement for Sanchez. I think if we're genuinely gonna step on, but Dyer's going nowhere. Dyer was a colossus. It's absolutely the right word, Arthur.
Yeah, he really was.
I mean,
CT of the rest.
Yeah. I think Dyer, moving from center mid position back into the center back position has slowly grown into that position. And my feeling with Dyer is that with him out, right, I think we've lost a communicator that actually linked up the other three players together, right, that was behind, or two players next to him, and maybe sometimes in count in Emerson because of the Portuguese that he can speak, and then maybe the Spanish that he can speak to Romero. So the communication part there plays a very vital part. Mm-hmm. So when he wasn't around, I guess maybe that's why we look so lost, right? Even with Romero in the center of the defense, right, we were still very lost. And now with Dyer back, but let's hope, because now I don't think we are looking more on the defensive side of things for the Burnley game. We do have to be a bit worried about it, but now we are more or less looking at the attacking side of the game, right? Whether we will have the intelligence and the nuance to actually break the Burnley defense when we have the chance, right? And Guguma, and as for South Korea, right?
Yes.
Your thoughts on Son? Because he did come off around the 75th minute of the game. Any news from Korea about his? Is there an injury, or is just Conte saving him for the next game?
I haven't heard anything about an injury. I thought it was just because he was giving so much of his energy and running around so much that he was taken off because just to like save his body. So I haven't heard anything like that.
All right, there's no news coming from Korea. Any kind of insider news from some Korean information, but that's a good thing. That means Conte does see our squad, right? He's actually going to use it as a squad now, not like a lot of past managers what they used to do. Once they have that 11 players that they could rely on. You remember what Mourinho did is that he actually flogged them until they couldn't run anymore. So at least now Conte understands that, like Son is coming back from an injury. He's put in a lot in the first 75 minutes. So it's time to give him a rest, right? And bring on someone else who has the legs to carry on the ball. If I wasn't mistaken, was it Moura who came on for Son?
Yes.
It was Moura, yeah.
Yeah, Moura came on for Son, right? So since Moura will take the ball and run too. So I guess that's what Conte is doing now. It's like replacing a like-for-like player nowadays, right? So that's what is the first few signs that I see that we are moving forward, right? As a squad, not as a first 11. That's how I see it. Yeah. And that's very, very important for Spurs because we haven't had that kind of chance to see us as a squad. So, and to tell the truth, maybe with today, maybe we will see more of the creative side of Bentancur. And of course, don't forget Deki, right? Maybe Deki, like they said, he doesn't have speed. But when I saw that first go through the highlights, right, he had the intelligence to go forward with Son, right? And to be there to give Son an outlet to pass the ball to someone to put the ball in the back of the net, right? And if Deki wasn't there, usually if Son just ran and if Kane couldn't chase up, right, there wouldn't be anybody with Son. And that's why Son usually, when he's in that kind of position, he will take a shot. And I have to come back to this thing now. I think there's a certain injury with Son, right, that his shooting is a bit off at the moment, right?
Yeah.
Right. So that's why Son now, I think, will be better as a provider than a scorer, unless the goals are really, really in the 6-yard box, right? If they're out of 6-yard box, he hasn't been shooting too well. Because I think I've seen him scuff a few shots, and a few of the shots he's taken is weak, and he's been shooting on his left foot most of the time. So I guess maybe he's still nursing something on his right foot. So, right. So I guess maybe when we really do get 100% fit Son back, then I guess we are ready to bring the fight for top 4. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, I think you're right about Son, Eugene. In fact, even that one where he went through, he didn't look confident, and then he looked like he was sort of didn't know what to do, was losing control of the ball. And I think you're 100% right. If Kulusevski wasn't there to pick it up, that chance may well have gone. So actually, on another, as one of the reasons why I would so have loved, it was never going to happen, unfortunately, but Vlahovic to have come to Tottenham, because he was exactly the sort of player that could have been on the end of some of Kane's brilliant work where he comes back. But you're spot on about the run and getting players up in support like that. He may be one of those ones, though, that he gets a goal and everybody's back on track again. But whether he's carrying a knock, I don't know. He's certainly not as got the confidence that we saw last season. I don't know if you agree, Arthur.
No, the other, just going off on a slight tangent, I also felt Kulusevski, he's old beyond his years.
Yep.
Doesn't look 21. You would think he's mid to late 20s. His brain is all about the football, the move. And the fact that he got there alongside Son was brilliant, which shows you how pacey Kulusevski is. And I didn't realise he was that pacey. Very, very good player, in my opinion. I think we've got ourselves a future winner, if you like.
Hey, Alan's back. Alan's finished dinner. Alan's finished dinner.
And Kimberly.
Bye.
Just hold on, guys. I need to give a big shout out to Shushan. Shushan is from Nepal, right? Same part of us from Asia, right? Big up to you. And Shushan, if you want to hop on, right? If you're free to hop on, I'll throw the link into the chats. Then you can join us, Shushan, right? And just let me know. Just put it in the chats, right? And any of you guys want to hop on, I'll throw on the link into the chats. Today, let's have a free for all since we're all happy. Haha. Right.
I agree with what Ian said. And yourself. I think he is carrying an injury because I think we've all noticed he's not putting the ball in the net like he normally did. But yeah.
Sorry, Arthur, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Cody, or I'm laughing with Cody.
I hope he's okay. Right, I hope he's okay too. Right, no, he had a lot. I think his missus made him a good dinner tonight. Right,
but that was. I've got to say this because it happened in the game when Son ran up the flank on the left side and pushed the ball over to Kulusevski. I thought then that's an unusual move, but what a great pass and a great move. And now it dawns on me, yeah, of course his shooting's still off. So, but even so, that was a great move. Great bit of football on the whole of the team's part. And I think Son and Kulusevski finished it off perfectly.
Yeah. No, the thing is,
hi, Bob.
Okay.
Sorry,
Bobby. Yes, I'm going to throw the link into the chat for Sushan. Right. Okay. I think the link will be on now. Okay, Sushan, you can hop on if you want to. Right. And of course, we're going to say a big shout out to Bobby. Right.
Yeah.
Big love, Bobby.
Absolutely, big love, Bob.
And it was so good to hear Bobby's voice on the other day on Tottenham Tour. Right. I'm really crying. Yeah. And of course, John Fitzpatrick, big up John, big up, right, from Australia, right, and of course, Sushan, hop on, right? He says big up to Bobby too, right? And what I've been seeing in the MCT match, right? We've been saying, right, we did put up a very good performance defensively and attacking sense. We were more clinical to a certain extent. How would you say? Our chances had what you call, but our chances we created had better chances of being a goal. Their chances they created were all just like blind shots and crosses going back and forth, right? So in that day, maybe the midweek game that M-City flew off to and came back took a toll on them too. Don't forget the traveling, the jet lag and all that. And then winning on such a high over there with five goals and all that, that maybe have taken a toll on M-City too. But guys, don't forget, right? Somehow or another, I do have a slight fear. Whenever we go into a 2-game week, right, we always screw up in the midweek. That's my fear too, right? So let's hope that part doesn't turn up today, right? And let's hope that we will have a better performance, right? Don't forget, the Saturday game will have taken a lot out of the players, right? They gave, I think each and every one of the players gave more than 100%, right? More than 100% to get that result, right? And to actually get it in the 97th minute, was it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
95th. Yeah.
95th minute. Yeah. 95th minute. Right. Yeah. So it does show one thing. It makes me happy is that we have not performed like that in such a long time. Right. The Leicester game and the Manchester City game shows that we do have the steel and we do have the fight. Right. And we do have the mentality now. I think Conte is building this mentality. Until the whistle blows, right, you are still going all out, right? Because yes, Arthur.
Just jump in on that. What we mustn't forget is the Conte factor. He's in there coaching them every single hour that he can.
Yeah.
They are obeying his instructions, and that Saturday was the epitome of his direction.
Absolutely.
And they worked it perfectly, and the counter-attacking was just super.
Immense. It was absolutely immense.
Don't you agree, Ian?
Yeah, 100%. You know, the way they set up the discipline, that 5-4-1 without the ball, the playing into the channels behind Cancelo and what have you was absolutely, you know, playing to instruction. And Pep never had an answer. Pep at no point solved that problem. And that's the way his teams have always played. Usually they'll just, because he's always got great players, it doesn't matter that you get sussed because his players will always score more goals than you. But with the defense, with Dyer, with Romero, with Davis, the two wing backs, the two boys in the middle, I mean, everything went right. And Kane was just magical. I mean, as a 10, as a 9, his part. I think it was about his goals, his passing, and even then with apparently doesn't like being called Kulu, and it's apparently it's got some connotations in some languages. So I think Keki, I think that's what he likes being called, or Deki. That cross for Kane for the winning goal was perfect. If you think there was one of the ones where he played that wonderful ball out to the other side, out to Emerson Royale's space, and he hit it over long. The ball went to Sessegnon, who couldn't control it. If he'd have played an accurate cross, Kane was in there with his head as well. So, you know, but that's where I say Deki really comes in. His delivery, his passing, and you're right about his intelligence as well. Both these boys are good players and are going to get better. There's a couple of times they get caught in possession. Once they get used to the pace of English football, I think we've done some stunning business. Absolutely stunning.
Yeah,
Absolutely
great. I mean, it's going to be a totally different game tonight, lads, isn't it? That's the trouble. As I say, you might have them pressing us high up if we're in our half, but they're not going to be as halfway up the field. They're still going to have their back line nearer the back than they are the front. So
it's going to be physical tonight.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's like playing Stoke again, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Well, the thing is, and this is my main fear on tonight's game, is that Sean Dyche would have seen what we did on Saturday, and they may be going in harder than they normally would on us, on our players, and that frightens me because of injuries.
Yeah. Well, that's something that you suffer that every chance, every game, even in the training sessions. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, you even had that silly occasion where one of the goalkeeper missed out on a World Cup because he dropped a ton of beans on his foot or something coming down the stairs or something one year. I can't remember, but yeah, it's life. At the end of the day, the trouble with Tottenham is we've never really been lucky with luck or timing. So it's, you know, it's a case of hopefully tonight.
What time kick-off? Does anybody know?
Yeah, it's 7:30.
7:30.
Thank you.
GMT.
Because Liverpool
source that.
Because the other thing is, having played City away, our next two games are away as well. We got Leeds on Saturday lunchtime. I'll miss because I'll be on one of the courses on the Costa Blanca. But and then of course Middlesbrough away next. I think it's next Wednesday. I come back in the cup, and I think they're all going to be fairly similar games in which we'll be up against teams that are inferior on paper but have got home advantage, noisy crowd who will be physical and will want to knock us about a bit.
Bruising.
Good word.
Yeah.
One word in the 100 that I put in. One word. Bruising.
That's not something I'd like to say.
I think what Conte will have to show the team is some Bruce Lee movies, right? So to fight back, right? But I do expect this game to be really physical, like what Cody said in the earlier stages, right? In the end of the day, whether we come out unscathed, which are usually against Burnley, we don't away, and of course the home crowd is going to be there, pushing them on. I do hope that we do show our physical side too, right? Since now we've got Romero, right, in the defense, so I guess Romero can actually give it back to them, right? Because he's no pushover, right? And if the way I see it at the moment now, I think if we are going to use Emerson, we have to use him more as a defensive player. But if we are going to be more attacking, right, maybe we might have to change that up, right? And if we do change that up, do you think Doherty will be a good fit for it?
To be honest with you, I wouldn't be shocked if Doherty starts tonight, Eugene. To be totally honest with you, I think I wouldn't be shocked if he starts because, as we're saying, we played on Saturday evening. We're now playing tonight. We've then got a game early Saturday, and then we've got the cup. So I wouldn't be shocked if I don't know whether Reggie's would be out of trouble yet with his COVID.
He's not ready. Yeah, he's not ready. Reggie's not playing tonight.
So but Cess is young enough. Hopefully, Cess has got the legs in him. I mean, I must admit, I was angry on Saturday when one of the things I got angry about just before they scored.
Hold on, guys. A very, very special guest is joining us, right? Hold on, and he will need a very special introduction.
No.
Bobby.
Afternoon, gents.
Oh, Bobby, hey.
First time our paths have even crossed closely, Bobby. Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to see you when you come back on live, yeah?
Oh, definitely, mate, definitely.
Yeah. How are you doing, Bobby?
Yeah, getting there, mate. Just had physio. Just a bit of relaxation now, so saw you guys. Thought I'd come on and tell you how much I'm shitting it about tonight.
Hey, Bob, so good to share a stream with you, Bob. Again, so good.
Oh, it's great, mate. Great.
Yeah. And Bobby, your thoughts on tonight, right? If it gets real physical, are we going to survive it?
It's worrying, isn't it? I mean, it's all up to us. We need to take the mindset, same fighting spirit, determination. To our gameplay is going to be different. We're not going to be playing the counter-attacking game that we played at Man City. They're not going to come at us the way Man City do. They're not going to hold the ball, pass the ball the way Man City do. So gameplay is going to be slightly different. It's all going to be about the mindset and our determination and how we conduct ourselves. We've got the firepower. It's on paper we should beat them. It's all about how we go about it.
That's true. But the thing is that I'm sure that Daishi will most probably say that, if they got the ball, just crash into them, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah, just crash into them. Then just knock the stocking out of them. But if we have the intelligence, right, hopefully the two new players that are in, right, we can circumvent that, right? Don't you think so?
Well, it's a different game for them, isn't it? I mean, the physical side wasn't there against Man City, so they're going to be going into a game that they've not experienced before. So, it's all about, it's all about the conduct. How we are we ready for it? Are we ready for the physical side? Because, like you say, two game a week, we always tend to fall by the wayside. And don't forget, our Leeds game is Saturday morning.
12:30.
It's an early kickoff on Saturday. So, how many changes does Conte make?
That's true.
How many ice baths, Bobby?
That's it. Yeah, I got a funny feeling he's going to rest Højbjerg. The way he was talking about him in the press conference, and I think Winks will come in today. But I don't know how many changes he's going to make.
This would be a great time to get Skippy back, wouldn't it, guys?
It would, yeah.
But Skippy is injured for another 2 weeks or so.
Yeah.
As long as that.
Yeah, he's out.
I'd love to know what the system is.
Yeah, but I think if we do play the 3-5-2 this time, that we might have a better chance of doing things, because I think with Sessegnon running onto the right and left, and let's hope maybe we get Doherty on to be a better crosser of the ball, right? Because if I'm not mistaken, Mark Cousins was saying Tarkowski is still injured. So
yeah, saw that.
Yeah. If Tarkowski is still injured, so that will give us a better chance of breaking them down. The crosses coming in, right? And we all know that Emerson can't pass. I mean, can't cross a ball for peanuts, right? So I think Doherty will be a better crosser of the ball for that, right? That's how I see it.
I think are we all agreed on that, Alan? You said that.
Yeah, Eugene, I'll tell you one thing. Emerson's best cross this season was at Turf Moor when we beat them 1-0 in the cup.
I can't hear Alan. No,
Alan, you're a bit soft, Alan. Yeah, you got to put up your mic a bit, right? And just go through the chats for a while, right? Everyone's saying big up to Bobby.
Cody, you're just too funny, man.
And what does Scotty say, sir? Bobby, ask Alan if his missus can smuggle you some chicken wings in time for the match. Yeah. I think Alan was having hot dogs, right? Yeah. Yep, he was having hot dogs. Right. And how we are going to go through this game, right? It's going to more or less set our season up, right? We faltered with the Wolves and the Southampton game. We came back during the M City game. So now we are facing Burnley and Leeds, right? What Bobby has been saying all this while, it will mean nothing if we can't pass these two hurdles, right, Bobby?
Oh, yes. And the next two games are must wins. The Man City game will mean nothing if we lose the next, or we don't win the next two games. That's where the challenge is.
Oh yeah.
That's true. And Guguma
been preparing us for this physicality.
Absolutely.
And Guguma, based on your experience in South Korea, right? What was the sentiment coming out from the South Korean fans there after the win?
Oh, they thought it was amazing. I think it kind of echoes what I've heard from like the YouTube fans and fans in general. Like it was a Kane masterclass, and like Sonny was awesome. He did everything except score. I've heard from a lot of people, and yeah, they were just really, really excited and happy.
That's good. That's good. Right. But of course, before this game, during the Southampton and Wolverhampton game, a lot of the people were going, on jumping onto Sonny's back and all that, and saying he's not performing up to the standard and all that. But at least during the M City game, Sonny did show his class again, right? So I guess a lot of the South Korean fans should be happy, and it should keep a lot of the other fans quiet a bit for a while. But like what we feel
I
tonight
was
is
just,
that
oh, I'm sorry.
go go ahead, Guma, you were saying?
Oh no, just like regarding Sonny, I mean, maybe he isn't. Maybe he still is. He still is trying to come back from like his injury and get to 100%. But he still made those assists and like, you know, he's still like doing what he does and like working really hard for the team. So I'm just really proud of him and happy for him and the team. You know.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. And of course, big up to Chris too, right? Big up Chris, right? But in their day, like our biggest fear, right? We somehow or another, whenever a team sits back and defend, we never have that creativity or that kind of intelligence to break them down. So I mean, if let's say Burnley do really sit back and try to do a counter on us, or what we did to M City, who do you think will actually be the key to break it? Who wants to take this first?
Well,
Ian?
they're not
Okay,
going to
Bobby.
play. They're not going to play the high line like Man City do. I mean, the
Yeah.
reason why Sonny always does well against Man City is because of Man City do play that high line. So if we do, which we normally do, find that ball behind, and Sonny times his run right, he'll always get in behind with his pace. So it's the reason why Sonny always does well against Man City is because of that high line. Burnley won't play that high line. Burnley will play that rigid 4-4, 4-4 at the back, and it's going to come down to how clever we play the ball through the lines, and it will come down. It will come down to the likes of Winks and Bentancur and Kane most likely. Who knows? I remember last time I think it was last season or season before. No, it was last season when we won on a set piece with Kane heading on to Sonny. So it might be a set piece again. But we're not going to get the freedom of the pitch that Man City allowed us against Burnley.
It's why I think Alan was saying as well, and I think it might be an idea to play Doherty and Sessegnon to get the width. I think we all agree that Emerson's probably a right back, but Doherty's more of a wing back. And if we're going to go with the 3-5, then we're probably better off playing with Doherty and Sessegnon and giving them both a bit of license to go forward and get some width and maybe get some decent delivery into the box.
And Bobby K, the link is in the chats. Let me put it out there again for you one more time. And
hi, Bobby K.
Yeah, if you want to hop on, Bobby.
Great name.
Bobby's always a great name. Right. And as we were saying, right, if we do go to a 3-5-2, we do need the wing backs to be productive, correct? To put in the crosses that will actually reach Kane or Son, or maybe even if Mora is there. And don't forget, right, Mora does have a very good hit on him when it comes to hitting the ball.
Yeah.
Right. So so let's hope we come up with a plan. But guys, do you think we have solved our free kick taking issues with Decky taking it?
How?
I don't know. During the MCT game, I think Deki was more or less taking the corners, right, instead of Son.
Oh yeah.
Right. So I mean, if he can take corners, right, most probably, I guess Deki should be able to do take the free kicks now.
I guess
Right.
the answer to that, Eugene, is time will tell.
Yeah.
Too early.
When did we last score, Eugene, with a
From a
free
free
kick
kick?
direct? Because I can tell you the last one I
Oh.
can.
1992.
Well, it wasn't that bad. But Bobby, I was the last home match of the 18-19 season, the Everton home game before Madrid. Ericsson scored a direct free kick. If someone can, either on the panel or the chat, that can remember a direct free kick straight into the goal from then, I'm all ears, because I can't remember one. That's coming up 3 years.
Yeah. But hold on, guys. Let me bring on some more special guests.
Okay.
Right. Just hold on for a while. All right. The direct free kick answer has been settled by Cody Mack.
Yeah, that's right. Didn't mean it.
Okay. Good evening, boys.
Hi, Jamie.
Nice to see we have our Superman here amongst our midst.
Afternoon, mate.
Afternoon, Bobby.
Yeah.
It's nice to have you back on.
Cheers, buddy.
Onwards and upwards. So,
Oh yeah. Thank you for all your lovely messages, buddy.
Yeah, just keep getting better, keep fighting, keep getting stronger, and we'll be with you all the way.
Hold on, Sushant. Your mic. You have some mic. Sushant, you have some mic problems at the moment, right? But of course, give a big thumbs up to Sushant. His debut on Spursvasion. Sushant is from Nepal, right? So let him set his mic up, and then we'll see how he whether we can get some something we can hear from him, right? And but coming back to the game, like what Spurs fans have always been feeling, right? All these years, right? The highs and the lows and the roller coaster ride and all that. Tonight, like what Bobby says, is very important. We do have to get the win in, right? If we don't win this game, right, more or less, the MCT match won't mean much of anything. I don't think even the draw is acceptable at the moment now, right? The win is the important thing that we must achieve, right? So, but weirdly to say, right, somehow or another, our away form recently has been much better than our home form, right? Especially playing teams. And our last two away games, apart from the Chelsea game, okay? Now, we don't take that as a away game, right? Apart from the Chelsea game, we've been winning them 3-2, right? 3-2, right? And a lot of goals have been coming in the very, very last minute of the game. So I guess maybe this game will turn up to be another 3-2 again, and we'll win it in something like in the 95th or 96th minute of injury time or something again. So it could happen. It could happen. Yeah, it could happen.
Yeah, right. Call it Conti time instead of Fergie time. That would work for me.
And I was starting to feel in the Man City game it was Pep time, because it was not like 9 minutes of added on.
Yeah. Well, it was 7 minutes anyway, wasn't it? And there was the celebration and what have you for another, which took forever, and the VAR. I knew it. Well, I mean, I'm an ex-ref, but I knew it was going to 99. You know, when it kicked off, so I wasn't looking at my watch thinking, "Come on, blow." I'm thinking 99, and then he blew pretty well straight after 99. So, all's well,
I didn't have the luxury of cable. I was following online commentary and text alerts. At 3:30.
But guys, hold on. Let me bring on one more guest. Right, just hold on. Yay. Hi, Bobby K.
There's going to be confusion. We have two Bobbies online.
Morning. That's it. Two Bobbies finally making it right. Big Bob, you know how we got How's everybody doing today? Jamie, Ian, Kimba, and Ian. Nice to meet you guys.
Hi, Bobby. But
Yeah.
How are you? Hi,
yeah.
Gaguma, Shashant. How are you? Eugene, you invited me back on. I appreciate it, sir. I jumped on as soon as I heard the invitation. Can't say no to Eugene. Such a lovely man, right?
Yeah. No. I'm giving your fix for the day today, right?
Hey, buddy, I appreciate it. I was shaking. I was like, oh my God, I haven't been on a stream in 44 hours now. My timer was going and everything on the phone.
This how you will, whether we have the P-off or the fast food, because you're BK and Bobby's BS. So
I don't know if I want to give Bob the BS title. I just went with Big Bob because he's the legend while I'm the rookie still coming in.
BK Burger King and
Burger King,
Bob Spur has his famous term of endearment he loves to give to us. So
yeah.
What? I thought it was a PS, not a BS.
PS.
Okay.
The PO.
Program.
BK and
yeah. And let's check in on Sushan. Sushan, how's your mic doing? Can you log on?
Oh, but then you will come back after.
Hi, Sushan, are you there? No, I guess Sushan still has some mic problems, right?
Okay, on my side here, it's showing a little mute thing, so maybe his mic is muted.
Yeah, his mic's muted because he tried to get on just now, but his mic was having some kind of issues there.
But okay, let's get to the Daleks.
Yeah. Oh yeah, very good impression. Right, and of course, let's get to Bobby K. Right, Bobby K, your feelings
First off,
tonight.
I just wanted to say a happy 73rd birthday to Jamie's father. There, I know it was celebrating his birthday the other day. So
yesterday he turned.
Right? Happy birthday to him. Right,
he turned 73 yesterday. On the 22nd of the 2nd, 22. So,
right.
Yep. Mr. Pretty.
And he's been Spurs since 49, and I've been Spurs since 73. So,
nice.
A little bit longer than me. I've just been complaining about this is coming up on 30 years for me. So I think you guys got it way further. Kuva, my partner in crime there.
Okay.
Man, I don't think there's anybody else out there that enjoys harassing Brian Daigle as much as me and Kuva do, and it's formed quite the bond between us. That's definitely awesome. I'm really pumped for today, guys. Like you just, I'm sorry I'm late to the stream. There, I was just, I had to feed these kids and stuff like that every day. It's ridiculous. But got them all sorted and then jumped in here, and it's so nice to see Bob on here immediately. And it's just kind of a feather in everybody's cap. We get all pumped up and everything when you see somebody that's coming back strong to us and everything. So Bob, whatever you're doing over there, keep doing it, my man, and hopefully we'll see you live in action on one of these streams.
Yeah, soon, mate, soon.
Nice. And how you feeling, Bob? Any progress there, or just slow?
Physio stood up today for the first time in
that's good
60 odd days. So no, getting there, slowly but surely.
Yeah. But hold on, guys. I need to bring on a guest. Right, another guest. So just hold on.
Popular this morning.
Yeah. All right, big welcome to Mr. Alexander Hilton. Nana Steak, right?
Mr. Steak.
Yeah.
Mr. Steak is in the house.
Medium rare, please.
Okay. I'm the opposite. I'll go medium well.
Me too. Okay, let's get back to Bobby K. Bobby K, your feelings for today's game?
I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what happens. I don't care what team he plays. I don't care what formation he plays. Get the damn 3 points. We cannot give points to Burnley today. We cannot go into City, have that tremendous win at the Etihad, that amazing historic finish that we've all been buzzing about for the last few days, and then throw it away today. That's what we got to stop doing.
Yeah.
And I think if there's anybody that's going to drill that out of our squad, it will be Conte. He will set us up properly to make sure that we can go in there and come out of there with the result we deserve. Now, I'm not going to sit here and write Burnley off, because we all know how tremendously good they are on defense. They don't score a lot of goals, but they don't concede a lot of goals either. They are not the kind of team that has been blowing out 5-6-0 all year long or anything. They have tight games. Yeah, they're at the bottom of the table, but they are well coached. They've got some players that we do have to worry about and stuff. I'm really concerned about Weghorst. This is a guy that we were in for just a couple of seasons ago for, I think it was close to 30 or 35 million or something. And then we just didn't put the money together for him because
It'd be typical, wouldn't it? It'd be typical.
No, Daniel Levy not play for a player. It was shocking. Normally this guy's known to just open the checkbook and right away and give anybody whatever they want. Yeah, okay. Easy, Jamie. But I think he's the guy that we're going to have to look out for there. And I know, I always get his name wrong, of course. But is it Trukowski, their left back? Tarkowski? Yeah. So he's out right now, right? Yeah. So I know he's a threat. And then they got, oh God, what's that kid's name with the C that starts up? Cornet, thank you.
Yeah. Max Cornet's out too, right?
I'm sorry?
Max Corney is out too, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, he's out as well?
Yeah, he came off injured during the previous game against who did they play when they beat Brighton?
Oh,
was it Brighton?
Yeah, it was Brighton. They just beat 3-0. Yeah,
4-0, 4-0, 3-0. Yeah, yep. So he was injured too, but I'm not sure whether he's. I mean, he's an attacking player, if I'm not mistaken, Max Corney, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's hope that blunts them a bit. But their defense 100%. Part also, will make them a bit okay, go ahead, Bobby. Sorry.
No worries. They're tough. Like we all know, I'm not saying anything you guys probably haven't all touched on already. You guys are the experts here. I'm still kind of new to getting into this and realizing how little I really truly know about my Spurs, and that's why I love having these conversations, because you get the different perspectives and everything. But it's at this point, I think it's really a mentality thing. We've got to go in there with the right mentality, with that killer mentality, because if we're going to sit here and preach about being a big club, now we know that we're at the level of competing with the big clubs at a financial standpoint. We've got the flashy stadium, the merchandise sales are out there. We've exposed ourselves around the world. We're getting into, even India and Asia and the North American market and everything like that. So we've expanded the brand and everything. So we're competing on that level. Now let's start doing it on the field. But we all are pretty much consistent in saying that we know that the on-field product is not supported. And that's where we all have a kind of gripe with the ownership and the leadership. Hopefully, I honestly think this summer is going to be really big in addressing that. But to this game, I think we should be able to go in there and get a result as long as we just have the right mentality and fire off quickly. And sorry, I just wanted to take the opportunity to say good morning to Alan there as well. So, how are you, Alan?
I don't know if my mic's working, boys.
We can.
It is, but it's very low.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that is very low. But let me do a shout out to Shushan. Shushan had to step out because he has some technical problems. Thanks for hopping on for a while, Shushan. Next time, we'll find a way to link up together, and I'll send you the link next time, right, Shushan? All right, take care. Shushan's from Nepal, so big up to him too. All right, we're getting fans from all over the world. Right,
that's what's awesome about this.
He needs a signal booster to get over Everest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Must be one of the more international Spurs shows, if not the most international Spurs show. Got people from Australia and the Philippines, Malaysia, South Korea. Bobby, you in Canada? Are you?
I'm in Toronto. Yep, just outside Toronto. Yes, sir.
And
Toronto/New York. You sound like
Princess Alexandra Hospital.
You sound like you come from the Bronx sometimes. Like, hey, you,
Bobby from the Bronx. Hey, how you doing?
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
That's too much. That's too much American television I grew up with, Jamie. My apologies. You got to remember, we didn't get the football, the information about football, and channels to be able to watch. Hey, easy. No, we don't use that.
Yeah,
I'm not American. I'm Canadian. I know better. But we didn't really start getting this stuff until recently. I would say it's been about maybe I'd say at least 15 years, because I know I've got pictures of my son. My older son's 15, and I've got, pictures of him in a baby Spurs kit and a baby bib and everything, watching the game with me, and me forcing him to watch it.
You've been focusing on The Sopranos and Joey from The Friends.
Hey, don't knock Joey, okay? He's awesome. He's probably one of the best character actors ever on television.
Yeah.
Very underrated.
How you doing?
How you doing? Hey, Jamie, how you doing?
Hey, Barbara, get over it.
But more important, I think that's how this should be our new thing for our legend himself, Bob Spur. As soon as we see him, Bob Spur, how you doing? And then we get the update.
Get over here.
Yeah.
The perfect response would be, "How you doing? All right."
Right. Yeah. No, it would. If we're talking about Bob Spur, so the appropriate response would be,
I'd be pissed off.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed off.
Even I know that.
Thank you. I asked for that.
And Alexander Hilton, where are you from?
England,
Yeah,
Which
Alexander
part?
Hilton, something.
the southeast.
That's a bit general. I was born in Enfield, but raised in Hertford. So, which part? And Arthur's in Broxbourne. So, are you Hertfordshire, Essex, Bucks, Surrey? Which part?
I think Sussex. I think it is.
So you're more like Croydon boy.
Think so.
Okay.
I was going to say, Alex, you should know where you live.
Yeah.
you gotta know where. You gotta be able to know where to get a good steak in the neighborhood.
I know where the stakes are. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, he's a brave man because he's picking Spurs over Palace. So come on.
Okay, Alex, your feelings and your thoughts for the Burnley game.
Easy 3 points.
Oh,
Next
2-4.
There we go. That's what I wanted to
Spurs.
hear.
Get to the next game. 3 points against Leeds. Then I think it's Man United. Then that's a tough game.
But many, I think
It
is
depends.
the-
I keep seeing the word steak. You say a tough game. We're talking about the steak or the points.
Both.
No, but I think the FA Cup match is first before the Manchester United game, right?
The FA Cup before, yeah. The FA Cup before the Manchester.
Yeah.
No, we've got Leeds at the weekend, and we've got Borough next week.
Yeah, and then United after that, right?
Yeah, it's the Northern Tour.
All right. And but
You've got Everton at home after Leeds, right in the league.
Alan, you're gonna have to shout. Oh, bollocks!
That's better. Wait, I remember that movie, Dog's Bollocks.
Ah.
yeah.
I've got the song today,
But-
and I don't know why it's gone wrong.
no, I got to
yeah,
get.
No, you had it. You had it right. Then you had lunch, and everything went bad.
The only thing we heard, Alan, was "oh bollocks." The rest of
Yeah,
it,
just hold the mic by your mouth.
Hold it, chaps. Sorry, Gugma.
Yeah, I apologise, Gugama. I really do, sweetheart. Honestly. I'm just getting annoyed.
Cody
it's okay,
Max
it's
said,
okay.
just put the microphone straight in your mouth.
Not the normal sound. Cody, I'm going to get you one of these days, boy. I am. I'm going to get you.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That's the benefit of being isolated in a rural part of Canada.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, what was that?
No, but he's in rural Canada, so it's going to take quite an effort for Alan to get to him.
I'll find him.
Oh, he's actually Brian Daigle has waxed lyrical about Cody Mack, and I know he is 2 hours north of me, so it's not that
Yeah,
far. He's not that far. out there.
He's been to the Scotland Yard pub to watch a game live with Bobby, with Brian.
With Brian, yeah.
I'll
No,
just-
the next plan. Hopefully, I have the opportunity to meet him when we're all gonna get together, and I get to meet some of the members of this wonderful community that I've had the opportunity to meet over the last little while, and it's been fantastic. I can't wait to meet some of you in person, and even the TTG and everything. I'm anxious to get over to England the next time and get my ass over to the coffee shop first thing in the morning and sit down and have a coffee with Ben and the lads and
That's true.
everything. And then you guys are all I've preached about this last little while. I love this. I really do. I'm having such a great time I've met so many wonderful people, and misery loves company. So when we lose, we can be miserable together, and when we win, we can celebrate together. So it's great.
I hope one thing for you: you don't bump into Ty.
To who?
Ty, the Gooner fan.
Oh, he doesn't know who Ty is. It's good.
No,
Okay,
I don't know.
if you've
I
ever
don't know
that
who
way.
any
Keep it
Gooner
that
fans are. Even my own cousins that are Gooner fans, I just reject them and don't speak to them anymore.
Get you, Cody. I'm gonna get you one of these days, boy.
I just want to send out a special big love to Cody. He'll know why. So, yeah, big shout out to Cody and big love, mate.
The Canadians are great people, Bob. You should have more of us in your life.
Yeah.
Cody makes
Well, he's got you. He's got Brian Daigle.
Daigle's a 50-50. He's an import.
He's got Cody. he's got Brian's partner in crime on Tottenham on tour.
Yeah, Brian Ireland. Yeah, another lovely guy. Yeah,
that's plenty.
Yeah.
That's plenty. That's enough. 4 Canadians. That's your limit.
No. It's good enough to have a bunch of mates walking down the street. You know.
Yeah.
The Canuck connection.
There you go.
I was very close to moving there once, Bob.
Really? What part were you looking at, Alan?
I had someone invite me to go and do a job over there in Edmonton.
Just by Enfield.
You wouldn't like that. Alan, Edmonton is beautiful for a little while. It's very boring, very cold, not much to do out there at all. Where I am, I'm just about a half hour outside the city here, and it's become very congested out here.
That's the first Canadian I've heard from you. You went outside.
I'm outside.
Outside.
And sometimes I walk about. A boot.
Yeah, a boot.
I say a lot. Hey, Jamie. Hey, Jamie. Happy birthday to your dad.
That's only the first letter of the alphabet.
Bob, that boot you just mentioned, when you next see Cody, can you kick him up the boot with your boot and tell him that's from me?
Alan, I'll make you a deal. I can't do it the next time I meet Cody because that will be our first meeting. So I promise you the second time I will give him a boot.
A boot.
I might have to drive all the way out to Cody to see him in the summer because where he lives is absolutely beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah. The lakes and everything out where he is, it's a place to definitely be over the summertime. So I'm hoping to meet Cody and make him my new best friend over time, especially if he has a boat. And get out there and enjoy some fishing and everything, and just it's really beautiful.
Get a boat in a boot.
A boot in a boat. There you go.
And give him a boot of the butt.
Yep, guys.
So, Hotspurs in Edmonton, based there.
No, we won't go there.
Jamie, where in Enfield are you from?
I was born in Chase Farm Hospital.
Oh no, okay.
Yeah.
And we lived on Draper's Lane when I was a baby, but then my dad's parents both popped the clogs in a close succession, and we moved out to Hartford when I was a little then.
Oh, what secondary school did you go to?
No, I went to secondary school in Hartford. My dad went to some boys' school up on Turkey Lane. Not sure if it was Beaumont or something like that, or
Turkey Street.
Yeah,
Turkey Lane.
Yeah, Turkey Lane. You had to walk up Turkey Lane to get to the school.
Or Albany? Was it Albany? No.
No, it began with a B.
Oh, I don't know. Okay.
It was the Winchmore hillside of A10.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, we're digressing. Let's get back.
Yeah, but that's there's nothing wrong with that, Jamie. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how we. This is us creating our bond.
Yep. And Potomac says, "Yep, big up everyone. Geography
lessons."
Yeah.
No. If his name's Potomac, then that probably means he's from Washington D.C.
Would have thought so.
On the river.
Yeah.
I like Cody's comment here. The last one regarding geography here is Edmonton is the Burnley of Canada.
Really?
Yeah, but at the same, but it has one important point, and that's the fact that Wayne Gretzky played for the Oilers.
I was just gonna say my favorite hockey team is based there, so I don't want to slag them too much, and I've got family out there, so I don't want to risk hearing their wrath later on regarding this. So I love Edmonton. It's fantastic.
I think Edmonton in Canada should be twinned with Edmonton in North London. They have a similar vibe.
Oh, really? Is it? I've never been to Edmonton there, so I'll let you know a
Edmonton
little
in North
secret.
London is not the most exciting place on the planet. Let's say that.
No.
Well, I'll give you a little bit inside information here, Jamie. I was actually born in Leicester, so I was born in the Midlands. I came here when I was 4 months old.
Walker's Crisps.
Hey, who doesn't like Walkers? Actually.
Anyway, in which case, Leicester. That means you should have good conversations with
Hi,
Khalid.
Kim.
With who?
With Mr. K. Mr. K.
Hi, Kim.
Mr. K. Khalid.
Oh, Mr. K. Oh, the Mr. K.
Yes.
Leave you out.
He's often shooting up to Leicester.
Leave you out.
Yes.
No, I've never really had the opportunity to really speak to him. I've just seen him on the feeds and everything like that, and he is a good laugh. He makes me he gets a good rise out of me, man. He's definitely good stuff there. So what's the score here, guys? Is there anything is there any news on the game and everything? I know we got Reggie is out. 4-0. Alan, just straight to the big steak. Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, the tradition with Bob Spur is 4-1. So
okay. Let's okay. Bobby.
Which
Bobby,
one?
Bobby, we got to clear this, right? Your prediction usually is 2-1 or 3-1.
My predictions always change. It always Spurs win.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a Spurs win, and hi Kim.
Maybe Sapphire.
But yeah, it'll be 2-0 tonight.
He's tried to turn the microwave.
Mm-hmm. No, but the thing is that, right, guys, we are always in this position after a good win, beating a big team, and we get all high and elated and basking in the glory and all that. But to a certain extent, we still have got this a bit of doubt in the back of our mind that we feel that like we keep saying, we have to win this game, right? For the top 4 position that we are fighting for, we have to win the next 2 games, right, to prove that we are putting in a fight, right, and not falter like what we did against Southampton and Wolverhampton, which we were expecting to beat them. Like when every stream that we went on, we said we'll smash Southampton, we'll smash Wolverhampton, but then what happened, right? And then when we keep saying that, oh, we're going to get smashed by M City, and look what happened, right? So tonight, for me, I'm going to be a bit skeptic, right? I'll say that let's not draw. That's all.
Yeah, well, the fans are fairly positive on One Football on 1xBet. 84% have voted for a Tottenham win, 5% for a draw, and 11% for a Burnley win. So most of the fan base apparently seem to be odds on for Tottenham win tonight.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But it was the opposite with the City game, right? We were at something like a 4% chance or 8% chance to win, and 80% chance of a loss and 7% of a draw. So I'm going to go with Eugene's mentality on this one.
I'm not going to be brazen and say we're going to roll over them. No, I think we just need to carry on momentum from Man City and just put in a shift and not expect to win, but put in a shift so we don't get surprised.
That's true. And of course, a big shout out to Audio Artisan. Big up. Thanks for being.
We've got the better players. We've got the better players. It's all about, like you say, Jamie, mindset, the momentum,
that's on paper, Bob.
the fighting spirit.
It's on paper.
Yeah, that's it. Well, and Conte does his thing. Conte does the right team talk and set the mentality right. And there's no reason why we shouldn't win.
Yeah, something that was said earlier by to the lane and back. It says here, Conte tells Tottenham to become nasty. What they need to do to scale new heights. So he wants us to not just play nice football, but actually have some a bit of
bite, grit.
Yeah, bite. Yeah, well, I was going
that's
to use
what Mourinho asked us for right from the beginning too, right? It's something we're lacking in the club for some reason.
Yeah,
that's true.
There was a bit of shithousery at
that's it.
Man City when when Lloris made that save and went down for a little bit, and so
But we need
yeah,
more of it.
we need more of it.
Yeah, we need more. All right, guys, we're coming up to the 1.5 hours. Usually the midweek show is not that long, right? So I'll just go around the panel and each and one of you, before Jamie and I do the closing, give your last thoughts and maybe a score prediction. Let's start with Ian.
Yeah, looking forward to it tonight. I think if we'd have lost at City, I'd have been dreading it. But only takes one win and you're back on the gravy trade and whatever. I think we'll win tonight. I think we'll win 2-0.
All right, Guguma.
I think we're going to win, but I think it's going to be 2-1 because I have a feeling they're going to come up very strong and they'll get a goal in somehow.
And Bobby.
Which one?
Yeah, 2-0. Like I say, take the same fighting spirit mindset over to Burnley. We've got the better players. Kane needs to do his stuff, and 2-0. And I think Kane will get a double.
All right, and of course, Arthur.
Depending on who's picked, I expect a 3-1 win by Spurs, but I will still have the collywobbles because I know how physical the opposition's going to be. That's the thing that worries me. Injuries.
That's true. And Bobby K.
That's actually a very good point, Arthur, there, because we can't afford injuries. We have no bench. We have no back players. That's what's just scary right now. That's the only thing we really messed up in this transfer window, not getting proper support. But I've already said 2-0 on other channels, and I'm going to stick with that. I'm hoping that they can carry over the momentum and finally shake this bad habit of getting wins against big teams and then doing this Robin Hood mentality of stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. So let's stop doing that. Let's stop being nice. Let's be what Mourinho and Conte are asking of us and start getting nasty and start showing some grit out there. And let's get these 3 points because we need them, especially after dropping 6 to lower teams. Like those should have been at least 2 points, at least, since we didn't get the 6. To lose to those 2 teams is we got it. We have to come back. We have to keep the momentum going.
And Alexander.
Seeing Kuva's comment, I'm going to go 6-0 Spurs.
Nice.
Love it.
Don't you think that Alexander sounds a bit like Johnny Einstein?
I don't know who he is.
Maybe that's why he's hiding.
Shelfside Spurs.
No, he doesn't sound like Johnny. No, he's not. He's not Johnny.
No, he sounds a bit like him. A bit like him.
Yeah, a bit. All right. And Alan, right? Get your mic. Can't hear you.
Hello.
And your first word can't be bollocks.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, Alan.
Yes.
Alan, plug the Self-Shot Spurs channel and give us your prediction and your thoughts.
Right. Well, the prediction is I don't want to make one because I've been unlucky with doing them lately, and every time I predict a win, we seem to sort of like go the other way. So perhaps if I go for a 1-0 loss, we're going to win about 8-1. But
Murphy's law. That might do the opposite.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I know, but anyway, yeah. As you can see, Alan from Shelfside Spurs. I'm quite new to all this, to be honest with you. I've not even really didn't even know about Bobby until unfortunately everything started going wrong with the young man. But I'm quite new to this. But we've got a special guest next Thursday, so please come and tune in next Thursday.
Are you allowed to say?
I am going to tell you, and I know our friend Mr. King Arthur is going to be quite happy with this one because it's his twin from the youth, Stevie Perriman.
Perriman. Hey. Heard this. Yeah. Nice.
Nice.
So I want to see you in the audience, Arthur. I want to see you in the audience if we can get you.
We may have more followers, but you've got the connections.
Stevie did a slot on Tottenham Tantrum Gold with Kuva and Ben and Dermot, and he was absolutely fantastic. So I reckon if people are around, that's a must-watch program.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be doing what we've done with Neil McNabb, Mickey
Hazard.
We're going to do like a memory lane thing, like ask him a few questions about his starting when he first started and bits and pieces there.
Yeah.
That's wicked.
But yeah, next week we've got Stevie Perriman coming on. Apparently, I've been renamed Alatici because I'm getting these people on. But I'm hitting a loose end. I don't know who to find next. So
Hopefully, Alatici, you could teach Paratici something and make sure he brings our players in this summer.
Alan,
Teach him math. 5 out, 2 in is not a balance.
Alan, all you have to do is ask him a question and he'll give you 10 minutes of anecdotes and stories and opinions. Utterly brilliant he is.
Yeah,
Alan.
It's from my
Alan.
youth.
Alan,
Yep,
send me the details, will you?
I will do.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Before we put you guys in the back room, just go through the chat. So for the predictions, right? Kuva saying 5-0. That's why Alexander is going 6. Right. Mark Swift says Spurs going to win 2-1. Right. Sushan is saying 2-0 for Spurs. Right. Let me go further up. I think Alexander, you were saying 4-0 earlier, right?
Yeah, now 6.
Yeah.
But he's trying to one up Kuva.
Yeah, that's why he's going to one up Kuva. Now it's 6, right? So you guys are going. Then next Kuva is going to say 7.
Hey, that's it. Keep it going. Keep it going. By the time the stream
right.
ends, we'll be up to 17-0. Great.
No, yeah. By the time the stream ends, end up
Lloris
like 9
hat
something.
trick.
Lloris hat. And both of them are a bonus. No, all of them are a bonus, right?
Yeah, there you go.
On Tantrum Gold yesterday, apparently they was talking about the results from the past, and apparently in 1931 we drew 8-8 with Burnley.
Really?
What?
In 1931 we drew 8-8. Now that would be quite an exciting game, really, wouldn't it?
8-8. My gosh, that'd be such a game.
Strong
right?
Dutch can take attack of football.
Yeah. And of course, Alan is saying 2-1 to Spurs. John Fitzpatrick says 7-2 to Spurs. Oh, the scores are going crazy. Yeah, the scores are going crazy. But guys, just let me put you guys in the back room for a while. Just hang on the back for a while. Maybe you can have a chat with Bobby in the back room, right? While Jamie and I will do the closing, right? They'll take you out. Just hold on.
Thanks, guys.
Stay.
Any of you guys? Yep. Anybody want to say anything else before you guys go?
Yep.
Right.
Kane and Son to beat the record tonight.
Yeah, there we go.
37.
Yeah.
I
appreciate the invite, Eugene. Nice to meet everybody.
All right. See you in the back room.
Yeah, big love.
See you in
Big
the
love.
back room, right? All right, Bobby. Just hold on. We'll catch up in the back room later. All right. Google Ma. Then we get Arthur. And of course, after that, we'll get Ian. All right, Jamie. A good show today. Good to see Bobby back on our show again.
Yeah.
Such a good thing. Right. And of course, Chris Agamba has to say 10-1. Right. All right, guys. We'll be closing the show soon. Big up to you guys in the comments. Thanks for the support. Chris Agamba, Coover, Aaron, John Fitzpatrick, right? Cody Mack, big up to Cody Mack. Right,
Mark
who else
Swift,
we have?
Sushant, Gugama, Aaron, Audio Artisan,
Audio Artisan,
Mr.
right.
Fitzpatrick, I think you already said.
Yep, John Fitzpatrick.
Potomac from DC, possibly.
Yep, Potomac, right? Possibly we had to check out on that. Mark Swift. Who else do we have? Bobby K. All right. Chris Agamba, Sushan, Derek Hutchinson. Okay, we got Derek Hutchinson. Who else do we have? Chris Agamba. You already said Chris Agamba. Right.
Mark Cousins.
Mark Cousins. Yes, big up to Mark Cousins. Chris. Yes, Chris too. Yep, big up to Chris. All right, who else do we have? Have we gone through everyone? More or less.
Mr. Hilton, Steakman, Kimbo.
Yep, Mr. Hilton. Yep. Kim. Yes, Kim B.
It's a bit like that film, The Usual Suspects.
Usual Suspects.
Yeah, Nick, and then Nick Collinson.
Nick Collinson, yes. Nick, Barry, Sean, right? And who else do we have? I think
Mr. Harris.
Mr. Harris, right?
I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Although there was one comment at the bottom, so maybe someone new commented at the bottom.
Let me see who is at the bottom.
No, that's Nick. Still Chris Ankambar with his 10-1.
Chris Ankambar is 10-1. All right. All right, Mark Swift. All right.
Kuva put 14-2.
Okay, but since I put Alexander Hilton back into the back room, he can't reply to that. All right, but guys, thanks for being on. All right, thanks for your support. Right, it's been a great show with Bobby back on the show. Right, and of course, all right. Any last words?
Come
Jamie?
on, Bobby. Let's be nasty Spurs and leave you out.
And of course, big up to Bobby, right? And of course, Levy out.